Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. I know that this appears late, but clearly, I think everything comes at the right time, right? Okay. I am going to go off of what my gut is telling me with this reading. For some reason, I'm just being led to do that opposed to really following what the cards say. I think that may apply to a few as well, but I think the majority really needs to hear what this is. When I was shuffling the cards, the message that I got was purity. Okay. And take that for whatever way it really means most to you. I think it's purity as in I think just purity in thought, purity in just purity in your life, purity how you feel, you're what you're content with, okay? Because at the end of the day, and I'm really being led to think of this too. Um if you're trying to appease the masses here and you keep finding yourself back at the same point of just not being happy, it's time really to just put yourself, in the forefront of your life here. Because if you look at these cards, what really sticks out to me is take the numbers away from, what the actual cards mean. There are twos all over here. Okay. She's got two swords at the top. There's two pillars with the priestess. Okay. The moon, we've got, you know, the lizard and the scorpion or um, the crab, right? You've got two wands here. You've got two people here, okay? This is, I really feel, honestly, the merging of dualities, okay? It's just acceptance, um, wholeness, purity, okay? And at its most innocent form, that's what purity is. It's just acceptance, right? Um, I think what you're trying to do here, there's an air here too, also of, you know, not being well, having maybe the flu, the sniffles. And when we're down for the count like that, we really have time to think about life, right? And I really think that, dis-ease is disease. Like you're at dis-ease with yourself. And that's when we get sick, right? I don't think this is anything major. I think this is like the flu. It's just not feeling well. It's depression. It's, seasonal depression. The times have changed and it's lighter, it's colder, it's whatever. It's just not, it's just a time of reflection, I guess. And it is that time in where the planets are dancing also, okay? Um, I'm going to say this. I think what you're trying to do here is, I think there's really a looking back and longing for the past and being afraid to go into the future. Not being afraid, uh, just not finding peace in that, right? I think sometimes though we tend to jump back to the past as a catch-all, a safe place. But I think if we look back, yes, there's good and there's bad, but it is exactly that. It's the past, and we're supposed to grow from it and move forward. And I think that that's really what the moon card is representing here. It's just an apprehension of going forward. Okay, I think here too you can take different pieces of things and bring them forward, right? I think what's happening too is you're really coming to the realization of the full potential of what, look at life here. If you look at the priestess, right, and you look at the two of swords, it's clearly being in a place in life where if you've come to duality, if you recognize what that is, you're right where you need to be, okay? Because there are lessons in life that show us duality, and then there are lessons in life that bring us back to our purest form, right? And that's where you're at. You're at the door of that, okay? You can bring what you've learned and, cast your nets here, which is the outcome card too fell out also, so I took them, okay? You've got the Two of Wands here, really, really having the full view, the full potential, the childhood innocence of just wanting to do everything, knowing that the world, uh, there's just tons. I mean, the world is explore it all, and that's what you want to do, okay? And I'm going to say here again, this came up I think during the week too. I have a really strong feeling that people think that the door has closed on them and they get stuck in age. Okay. I'm telling you, age does not matter. Any day, any age in your life, you can just start all over. You can take a whole new direction. There's no expiration date on time until there's an expiration date on time. Okay. If you're sucking air, you can do it today. Okay. All right. Now, with this, I'm also going to say, again, the Six of Cups here. I'm not going to get into what that is a soulmate card, okay? And the reason that I never even go into that is because that opens a whole other door here. Soulmates are people that come into our lives for what we need them to come into our lives for at the time that we need them, okay? And again, we can camp out on that and go many different directions, but that's not the point of what this reading is, okay? Don't get stuck on the past is where I'm going as far as, this relationship was great. I wish I had it back. You only want it back because you know how it's going to play out. It's concrete. Take the breath, inhale, and take the jump, okay? Because I assure you, there are amazing things waiting for you, okay? In this Six of Cups, though, what I'm going to say here is if you can look at the faces here, okay? He's like, take the stinking watermelon. I'm offering you something. And she's like, no, I don't want your stinking watermelon, right? And I'm just pointing this out because it's hysterical and it's catching my attention for a reason, okay? I'm going to say here, relationships are not for the faint at heart, okay? They're not. They just show up, I guess is what I'm saying here. There's an air sprinkled through here, and I don't think it's for many people, but somebody needs to hear it, okay? Don't play childish games in relationships, okay? They're about bringing innocence to them and letting them play their games. And the Two of Swords also speaks of, letting go of polarities. It's, love in its true essence is acceptance. Okay, we all want to be accepted and we all want people to accept us, and that's what it's about. So, if you're playing games here and there's no, real love is in your plan here, temporary relationships, childish games, no real commitment. Don't do that to yourself or to another person because it's gonna backfire. Okay, that's for a small majority of you, but it was for some reason it was just needed. It needed to be said. Bring your innocent self. Okay, I assure you. Oh, sorry, that was Sebastian. There's also something sprinkled through here of inflammation. So when we're, we notice our eyes are swelling or our hands are swelling or something like that, pull the environment aside. But what that also means is inflammation means you've got to let go of something. So whatever it is that you're holding on to here, let it go. This moon card too, it's not the original meaning for this card, but there's just something in here of, travel, going to a different place, feeling out different lands, just accepting different places, melding to different ways of being, okay? And doing it with calm. There's a nervousness and an angst through this reading too. So just be calm. Know that things always work out how they're supposed to, and you're meant to embark on new journeys, okay? So I know this reading was a little bit all over the place, but this is what I'm getting. Again, I'm getting more messages lately with these readings than I am actually following the cards. The messages, yes, they can balance things out for me, but I'm sorry, the cards can balance this all out for me, but the messages, I always take them first and foremost, okay? So the air through here is just be calm, okay? Be innocent, be anxious, be just enjoy it all, okay? And don't think that you're too old to age and time have really no relevance here. Just take your traditions with you, take your morals with you, be flexible, be open, and know that there are no limits. If you want to do something, do it. Okay, now is the time. Okay. All right. I hope that this helped you in some way. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And again, trust me, this came at the right time. Okay. Thank you so much.